Some Friday night fun. Come along to Milwaukee and the Fiserv Forum for the Emirates NBA Cup and the Bucks debut. It's the Cup debut, and the Bulls and the rivals from the road downtown are in town. Look, Milwaukee trying to defend its 2024 NBA Cup championship title from last year. Anytime you're chasing a championship, that is a good thing. It has been a week of buzzer beaters for both of these teams. Nikola Vucevic hit the game-winning three-pointer Tuesday against the Sixers in a double-digit come-from-behind victory. And we know about Giannis's buzzer beater against the Pacers on Monday. So both teams riding a little bit of that high coming into tonight. With the five-time All-Star Marcus Johnson, I'm Lisa Byington. Melanie Ricks is on the sideline for us. And you ready for some little NBA Cup action?
I'm excited, and I think the players are too. That was my biggest concern a couple of years ago when this thing started, with the players embrace the whole spectacle of this event, and they have. They've embraced it, so it's fun to watch.
And defending the title is one thing. So to try to defend the title, this is the schedule that the Bucks are going to have to go through. The Bulls tonight, a week from today, they've got the Charlotte Hornets, and then a big Thanksgiving week against Miami and the New York Knicks. And so to brush you up, since it's been a year, here are the rules brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. All 30 teams are placed in 6 groups of 5 teams. You play each team once. You got 2 home games, 2 road games. The winner of group play goes into the quarterfinals, and then you've got 2 wild cards that advance to the quarterfinals as well. That is the second place team from each conference. So now we got you caught up in that. Let's get you caught up on the opponent, the Chicago Bulls. A really good start, Marcus. 6-1 on the season. Josh Giddey, I like to say, he's got some giddy up with the Bulls here this year.
Well, he's the head of the snake, and this young man is a basketball savant out of Australia. He's had back-to-back triple-doubles. The first time that's happened since Michael Jordan, the other MJ, back in 1989. And I love watching him distribute the basketball in transition. You got to get to him early. You got to slow him down. You got to make him turn. You can't allow this team that's #1 in transition frequency, #3 in transition efficiency, to burn you time and time again. It starts and ends with Josh Giddey, who is having himself an all-star caliber season.
Those transition numbers are impressive. The Bulls have been impressive. The Bucks last year were impressive. We'll head down memory lane. Melanie Ricks will lead us along the way. The Bucks dive into the memories last year and what they can possibly do again this season.
Sports Network is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. By Culver's. Basketball is better with a butter burger. Culver's. Welcome to delicious. And by StubHub, the world's leading marketplace to buy and sell tickets to any event. The Bucks are back at home. You see them hoisting up that NBA Cup trophy. The defending champs taking on the Chicago Bulls here tonight in a classic border battle. Let's go ahead and talk about your Mega Bucks leaders. Giannis Antetokounmpo, points, rebounds, assists. Miles Turner, he's got the blocks. Hi everyone, I'm Melanie Ricks, and what an exciting day for the team. Again, defending champs. Doc Rivers said we're not defending anything. We're going to be the champs no matter what. But of course, we're trying to get back to Vegas, and it was certainly a thrilling tournament for the team. It's going to be a thrill here tonight. The Chicago Bulls, this is their second game of the in-season tournament. They won in thrilling fashion against New York at home, but now the Bucks, they're trying to do the same thing and defend home court. For them, of course, it's much bigger than just the trophy. Bobby Portis had a lot to say about what the NBA Cup tournament means to him.
I like it, man. It's just fun hoops, and it gives you just a different incentive to go out there and play. Some throughout the mid-season that can, get you to Vegas and put more money in your pocket. With my money last year, I got my mom's house renovated. So that was like a big thing. Mom went through a lot. Her mom died. So doing something for your mom, have extra cash that, we, won, but, got a chance to take care of my mom a little bit.
Has been renewed. It's time for the NBA Cup to get going here at Fiserv Forum. We got lineups and tip-off with Lisa and Marcus coming your way next.
Back inside Fiserv Forum, where Bango's going to protect that Emirates NBA Cup trophy. We'll see if the Bucks can protect it as well. Milwaukee Bucks basketball at FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. Shiny and nice. We'll see if they can do it twice. Our starting lineups brought to you by Mega Bucks And Josh Giddey, we've talked about it. He's the straw that stirs the drink. Nikola Vucevic in the starting 5 spot. Isaac Okoro, a top defender that the Bulls have brought in. Matas Buzelis was a top rookie last year. And Trey Jones has been key in the backcourt as well. The Mega Bucks starting lineup for the Milwaukee Bucks, the most frequent lineup used. They've got a 3-3 overall record with Gary Trent Jr., Giannis, Miles Turner, AJ Green, and Ryan Rollins. And so this is game number 1 of the Emirates NBA Cup for the Milwaukee Bucks. Chicago has already beaten the New York Knicks, so this is game number 2 here for the Knicks. And this year, as you can see, and I'm sure you've seen the pictures on social because there's no secrets anymore, we got a green floor here, Marcus. You like it?
I love it. Nice, not forest green, what emerald, no, I don't know, whatever kind of green that is, but also want to see who's going to defend Giannis on this Bulls team.
Oh, the basketball talk.
Yeah, Okoro has been a really good defender at his size at 6'5" against bigger players.
That was one of our biggest questions, right, in the preseason when these two teams met. It was Giannis's debut in the preseason. Okoro got a good dose of Giannis on that game. Speaking of Okoro, they work it around in the corner. This is the first shot.
Well, it'll be a cross match because Okoro is guarded by Giannis, and here they go. They're at each other, mano y mano. Okoro and Giannis going at each other.
Well, Torian Prince out with the neck injury, and Kevin Porter Jr. still out with the knee injury. Those are the scratches here for the Bucks. No Kobe White still for the Bulls. The biggest miss and a turnover on the first possession from Milwaukee. And the transition, this is what the Bulls want to do. You talked about it.
Man, and so you've got to be committed. I'm talking about as an offensive player. You've got to get out ahead of the basketball. Matas Buzelis did a great job of that because Josh Giddey will find you. For the Bucks, man, you got to protect the basket. You got to bust back.
Miles Turner drops it off to Giannis and a foul call. Mark Davis is our crew chief. Natalie Sego is our referee. And J.D. Rawls is our umpire. Back to the turnover first.
Well, and Giannis should know better because he knows when he's posted up, he likes that thing up there above the bottom of the backboard. He throws a low pass right into the hands of Okoro. And the Bulls don't generate a lot of turnovers, but they look to run at every opportunity. And then there's the foul inside with the undersized Okoro trying to deal with Giannis in the paint.
It's true. Opponents this year against the Bulls have only been giving it up about 12 times per game. And Giannis leaves it short. Billy Donovan picked up his 200th win on that October 31st meeting against the New York Knicks. His 200th win with Chicago, I should say.
You talked about the turnovers, 29, but they do a great job. Effective field goal percentage, number 6 defensively. Offensive rebounding, number 6. Free throw rate, they keep you off the free throw line. They're top 10 in that area, so they do a nice job of minimizing your scoring opportunities in every aspect of the game except for forcing turnovers.
The first free throw, first points is Miles Turner coming over. He's got the first block of the game.
Giddey's got this ability to accelerate. Nice job taking that aggressive 3 if you're Ryan Rollins. But Giddey can accelerate in a small compartment. And there's AJ. God, he's got to stay away from those first early fouls. But watch Giddey accelerate is my point. Watch him accelerate right here. He picked up speed, but Miles Turner right on top of it. He anticipates where that ball is going to be released and gets it right before it hits the backboard for a clean block. Miles does it as well as anybody.
Josh Giddey at 6'8", got a pretty high release too, but Miles Turner's got a pretty big wingspan. Try to chase that down.
Yeah, all about timing. Again, Giddey's deceptive because he's not a fast or quick player.
Here's Buzelis, lays it up with the left hand.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup with his size at 6'8", 6'9", against AJ at 6'4". But you can't allow him to get middle. Make him do his thing, working towards the baseline where your help is.
Giannis off the dribble, pulls up, can't knock it down. And we got a loose ball foul. Miles Turner got pushed on the rebounding attempt.
It's 2 on Okoro, and that's 2 early fouls on Isaac Okoro. I thought the Bucks got a bit of a break there, just looked like 2 guys jockeying for position.
Just the 1 foul on Okoro, and and there's 1 for Buzelis.
Okay, that was.
We're back at home. You got to adjust your eyes up here in the concourse level.
So that was Buzelis on fouling Giannis down in the paint. I thought that was Okoro. Okay, but that's a break for the Bulls.
But it's interesting. If you're confused, there could be some confusion there at the scorer's table. It's a shot clock discussion, is what we're told. This is Mark Davis in his 28th season as the crew chief.
The crew of clarity out there between Mark Davis and his and his running mates.
We got a Patrick Williams sighting. Okoro, you know, will get subbed out. So we'll just put a little bookmark on that. Right now the stats say 1 personal foul to Buzelis, and then you know what, Marcus, they just switched it. So 2 on Okoro. You should just be our statistician.
You gonna believe me or your lying eyes? I thought that was Okoro that got him initially, but anyway, half court. This is what Giddey does so well. You see that same thing Giannis does, going left, swing it with that left-handed hook pass in the right corner.
Oh, Giddey shifting, moving, and scoring.
Got to stay with that wall and surround him as physically and as aggressively as possible.
Alley-oop attempt. Giannis couldn't quite get to it.
And once again, short on the alley-oop. That's like an alley-oops.
Vucevic, wow. That's an oops.
That's a major oops for a guy shooting 48% from the three-point line.
Gary Trent Jr. against the taller Buzelis, gets his own miss, tries to put it back. Now the Bucks still looking for their first field goal. A cutting back door for Buzelis. And a timeout call from Doc Rivers. You knew that one was coming. Just the 1 free throw by Giannis. That's been the only points on the board here so far for the Bucks. They try to clean things up. The Bulls are off to an 8-1 start here, and Doc wants more from his defense as we go inside the play. Brought to you by Frieden and the Medical College of Wisconsin.
Well, when you got to have somebody protect you. If you're going to top lock, and that's Ryan Rollins right here. Watch him change his position right there. There's nobody in this area protecting him for a back cut, and Josh Giddey will pick you apart all day long. You got to do a better job if you're going to top lock. Now, I'm not sure if that was what the Bucks had agreed upon, how they were going to play those screen-aways, or if you're just going to trail and go underneath and make a guy like Buzelis have to knock down some shots under duress. But so far, the communication and connectivity defensively has not been there, Lisa. Still early. Enough time to change it around. But
the defense hasn't been there. The offense hasn't been there as well. The Bucks are 0 for 5 going into this possession. They feed A.J. Green, who finds the first field goal of the night.
That's how you find your offense. Find Derek Bird. Wide open. They hadn't read the scouting report. That was too open for a guy who shoots the ball at 50% from the three-point line like he's doing this year.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. They work it around Giddey with the three-point attempt. Buzelis comes down with it. Offensive rebounding. And Trey Jones, a three-pointer. Another opportunity. 3 chances here so far for the Bulls. Offensive rebounding, there's been some issues with the Bucks, in particular the last 3 games, but Derek Bird getting off to a good start on his first attempt.
Yeah, and you can see Buzelis is the defender against AJ, and he is too deep in the paint, worrying about Giannis, who is defended well on the right side. So that's just a breakdown, not following the scouting report for the Bulls by Buzelis.
You know, Doc called that early timeout. Melanie Ricks, what'd you pick up?
Well, it was all about defense, but it was also about what they're doing on the other end. He said, I don't see that ball moving. Catch yourselves. Don't rush to get that shot off. Make sure you're moving the rock and you're moving it around so that we are making sure that we are creating that motion that we know that we have, Lisa.
Well, thank you, Mel. We'll see if it pays off here on this possession.
And Miles Turner's got to play that better. Nice job with Ryan Rollins with the mid-range jump from the figure. But he knows how he loves to pick and pop and separate after the screen. Vooch does the same thing. Vucevic for the Bulls.
They force the first turnover against the Bulls.
You know, you cannot overhelp. And now with the Bucks, see how they elected to try and get Giannis off against Patrick Williams.
Ryan Rollins for 3, it's short. Just 1 shot the Bucks are getting.
Yeah, and here early, I mean, Billy Donovan, a lot of resources defensively toward Giannis, so you're going to have to continue to knock down outside shots to loosen things up.
Boy, they tap that away from Giannis. Doesn't happen often. Leads the league in fast break points again this year. Kevin Herter's his first minutes. Maryland product. The shooter, and he drives and pulls up though, and in the lane and misses.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit from the three-point line. Herder, Red Velvet, a.k.a. about 31%. He's not struggling, even though he missed that shot. Derry Bird at 50%. Love to see him shoot pull-ups coming off the dribble when they're open like that.
Vucevic with another try. That's a three-pointer. It's their first of the night.
Cannot leave him. You have to account for Nikola Vucevic in their half-court offense. He's just shooting the ball out of his mind right now. 48%.
You mentioned it, but 48% coming into tonight.
It's crazy.
Gary Trent Jr. from up top.
You know, coming off a game winner, that three-point shot the other night. So his confidence is even higher. Nice job on the cut.
Miles Turner knocks it away. Here comes Giannis. Right down the middle. Bumps with Patrick Williams, and a blocking foul on Williams.
What an acrobatic finish by Giannis, and it took every bit of dexterity he could muster just to avoid an offensive foul, able to sidestep, jump around Patrick Williams, and still extended long enough to get it to the rim.
Well, Giannis and Vucevic, a couple of guys who are doing some unique things here this year in terms of stats. We check out tonight's Potawatomi Casino Hotel advanced stat. Players averaging 19 or more points, 12 or more rebounds, and the efficiency of 50% or better from the field.
So I've watched Vucevic's games, Lisa, when he was a freshman at USC. First year he averaged 7 points, 8 points, about 5 rebounds. Didn't think he had a snowball's chance in Hades to be included in a group like this. That next year at USC, 17 and 10 as a sophomore.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story. I just thought it was funny that Wemby was so tall even on the headshot that they cut off his graphic. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead with your story.
That was it. That was it.
No, that was it.
17 and 10 as a sophomore. During the course of that season, I told him, man, you got an NBA future ahead of you that I didn't see last year. You laugh about that today. There's Giddey on the move right now. This Bulls team looks for real. They're having their way, at least right now. They're bound to come back down to earth.
There's some good ball movement, the touch pass, and Ryan Rollins pays it off.
Yeah, pays it off. Good acknowledgement to AJ for making and turning down a good shot and creating a better shot, a great shot.
Cole Anthony is the first sub here for the Bucks. Cal Kuzma will check in the next dead ball. So will Ayo Dosunmu for the Bulls. He's missed the last couple of games. Turnover force. Giannis splitting the difference. And he saw that seam, but couldn't put it away.
Well, and that seam that closed quickly and generated a lot of contact. Giddey on Giannis, and you see Doc Rivers is livid in front of the Bucks bench, and Giannis is livid coming back down the court. That's just too much contact not to blow the whistle. Here's Giddey right there. There's a forearm tripper right there. There's a reach. I mean, that's a lot of ball on that play.
And it's the second personal. AJ Green goes flying, and it's the second personal on AJ. We've got a timeout here for the Bulls, and Doc is still hot. They're going to continue to ride the officiating to get what they tonight's building momentum moment presented by Michaels Corporation. The Greek Freak with the silencer in Indy. And then Josh Giddey driving and finding Vooch in the corner. It was part of a 24-point comeback for the Bulls against the Sixers. And incredible. They've had 3 double-digit comebacks, in fact, this year. But they lead here tonight, 15-11. Now, Doc Rivers was frustrated and hot moments ago after this no call on Giannis.
Well, and this is the problem right there. Giannis normally gets a whistle when he initiates that degree of contact. And you know, the reach down by Giddey looked like he got a lot of basketball on the play, but that initial rotation of the thrust was not clean at all.
Well, Melanie Ricks, we've heard so much about Miles Turner's leadership as Kevin Huerter knocks down the three-pointer. How was he leading that last huddle?
I mean, I would consider it a passionate plea, Lisa. He said, let's go, guys. We got to reset. We got to get something moving. Let's compete out there. And Vin Baker telling the guys, watch your court awareness, and let's get some stops on the defensive end.
Well, they trail by 7, and a reach-in foul call.
I mean, this is a Bulls team that's playing a style of play that the Bucks had talked about playing coming into the season. They're number 2 in passes.
They're #1 in ball reversals, getting it from one side to the other. They force more closeouts than any other team in the league, which means they get a chance to attack and get a piece of the paint and make an extra pass. All the things Doc Rivers wanted the Bucks to do, the Bulls are doing.
Vucevic picked up the first personal. It's our first time seeing Jalen Smith here in action. Now Kuzma steps it back. He's been really good the last 3 to 4 games coming off the bench.
He continues to struggle. What is he, 4 for 19 or so from the three-point line right now? But the only way to get out of a slump is to keep shooting the basketball.
And the Bucks as a team struggling from three-point territory here tonight. 2 of 8. Patrick Williams with the miss. Kuzma comes down with the rebound, brings it across. This is where it can be dangerous. And this is where the Bucks are dangerous. The slam from Amir Coffey on the right side.
Well, with no Taurean Prince available with some neck issues, a great opportunity for Amir Coffey to kind of step into the void and make some things happen, some positive things happen for the Bucks.
That's Herter with the missed shot. Another offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities. Io DeSumo, who had missed the last couple of games for the Bulls, has his first points.
How many times have we seen that the past couple of games against the Raptors, against the Kings? That tap out on the offensive rebound.
Miles Turner knocks down his three-pointer. So vocal in the huddle. We heard Melanie's report and saying some things here on the court now, too.
Vocal in the huddle, assertive on the floor. Not only blocking, giddy, deflections, great post defense, great communication right there. Nice job between him and Coffey. Got the Bulls all perplexed.
Tonight's Potawatomi Casino Hotel payoff play of the game, the transition look.
That's cream and 2 sugars. Throw that thing down, young fella. All right, maybe that'll get him going. Maybe he'll knock down some of those three-point looks that he hasn't had a lot of success with this early part of the season that I know is a part of his game. Shot, what, 40+% with the Clippers last year.
All right, so Bobby Portis checks in. We got a Bobby Miles Turner rotation here, a lineup as Ryan Rollins comes out of the game. Cole Anthony was looking for that pocket pass, and the Bulls read it all the way. Jalen Smith, reverse style on the baseline.
So you got a Bobby, Miles, Kuzma, and Coffey. That's a lot of length out there on the floor. Not a lot of creativity outside of Cole Anthony. See how the Bulls elect to play this.
Anthony looks it off. Amir Coffey with 5 seconds here on the shot clock to work with. 4, 3 seconds. Miles Turner leaning in. There's a foul call, but an offensive foul call.
I mean, very rarely do you see the offensive player get saddled with that call after you get your defensive player up in the air. And Doc is trying to buy some time with his antics on the sideline to see if it's worthy of a challenge. Doesn't look like it's going to be, but Miles on that shot fake got the defender up off his feet. And yeah, he leaned in a little, but normally you're allowed to initiate contact after that man is no longer in a legal guarding position up in the air.
All right, so Miles will check out. Giannis now is back in. Got his own look. Looks like here, Marcus.
Yep. Zone has been really good to the Bucks. Played it like the 8th most in the league so far this year. So they're going to it more.
Kuz doing a good job defensive rebounding. Finds Cole Anthony, corner shot off balance. Bobby Portis, second chance opportunity. Kuz feeding Giannis. Up against the Coro. Trying to chase it down. It'll be Bucks basketball.
Good footwork inside by Giannis. And watch the great job sealing inside against Okoro. Little spin baseline and just underlays it just enough for it to trickle off the rim. But that's a good, solid look in the post of advantage for Giannis against a smaller Okoro inside.
Giannis leaning in, and the tip is there.
Nice second effort by Giannis. And he knows he's got a decided advantage, so he's just playing bully ball down in the post right now against Okoro. And he knows Okoro's concerned about picking up another foul.
He's playing with 2 personals that you saw so accurately. Jalen Smith, pump fake, steps behind that three-point line. And Okoro, man, offensive rebounding. They've got 4 of them here so far.
Word is out. Word is out. I mean, you look at tape, if you're the opposition, you know that you can get a lot of good second chance looks, which are normally three-point looks. to get up your three-point volume in that situation.
Cole Anthony, Giannis hammers it home.
Hammer time. Coming down the middle. Nice pocket pass from Cole. Bulls wisely back off. Staying in the 2-3 zone. Got to keep the hands active. Try and get some deflections. Got a rebound out of it.
Soft touch.
Yeah. Trey Jones, I mean, he's been a really good find for them. He takes some of the ball handling and playmaking pressure off of Giddey when they're on the floor together. And you're not going to find these Jones boys, between he and Tyus, they do such a tremendous job with their assist to turnover ratio.
Kevin Herter knocks it away. Time for a quick message from Michaels Corporation. All right, 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. We got Okoro kind of shading Giannis right now. Jalen Smith is one-on-one. Cole Anthony for three, knocks it down. With just under 2 seconds to play in the quarter.
That's a beautiful job on the pull-up, understanding time and situations. You just got to get something up. That's the least pressure you can have as a shooter in that situation.
Trey Jones was right on target. The Bulls had an 8-point advantage. It is now down to 2. The Bulls have led the entire way here in the first quarter. It is the Bucks Emirates NBA Cup opener here in Milwaukee. Coming up on Sunday, a giveaway on Hoops for Troops game day against the Houston Rockets. The first 10,000 fans can get a reversible beanie. It's a giveaway courtesy of We Energies. Again, this is Sunday against the Houston Rockets. Hoops for Troops game. You can go to bucks.com/giveaway. All kinds of neat celebrations. 30 service members too, Marcus, will get courtside seats as some of the season ticket holders give up their seats on Sunday.
Saw a lot of those guys in the lunchroom, my favorite hangout when I'm in Milwaukee, in the Bucks practice facility lunchroom, devouring a veritable feast that the chefs had prepared for.
Mel, what's the latest?
Well, Bucks assistant coach Rex Kalamian telling his guys, everybody block out, go get the ball. The Nas is firing the huddle up, saying, don't think, don't hesitate, go after it, Lisa.
Yeah, everybody's sick of getting some offensive, or watching the Bulls get offensive rebounds. They've got 4 of them here so far. And a foul call.
That's a great
against
job.
the Bulls.
Natalie Sago. I mean, Giannis was being held from behind by Okoro right here.
3 personals.
A little bit of a takedown on the entry pass. That's 3 on Okoro. Get him out of the game. And, you know, not that he's been overly effective, but he just works so hard. And this is another guy, similar build at 6'7", about 240, Patrick Williams. But Williams just doesn't have the same kind of defensive focus that Okoro has.
Looking at last year's games, it was really a hodgepodge of defenders that the Bulls threw at Giannis last year. Bobby Portis, get it going, BP.
Would love to see him have a breakout game. And he's the one that's been challenged to kind of find his way in this new offensive system that the Bucks are running this season.
That 3-pointer, the first lead coming at the first few minutes of the second quarter for the Bucks.
Great defense.
Bobby gets a piece.
Great defense. Bobby Portis on the contest. I love it. Looks locked in here early.
Giannis with a double team coming, finds BP.
Give him another shot. Good hustle though on Bobby's part. Trying to regain the possession.
Jalen Smith gets hacked by the bouncing Cole Anthony. It's like he's off a trampoline.
Yeah, he's got some hops. Cole Anthony right there. Nice job wrapping him up cleanly. You come across that neck, you can possibly get a flagrant in that situation. You don't want to get a flagrant too and not be able to participate in the rest of the game. So
Jalen Smith's season numbers, but they're even better the last 4 games. Reason why he's getting some early playing time. Time for a quick word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
At Heart of Canal Street, our hearts have been set on helping children. Now through December 10th, share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee.
Jalen Smith, the last 4 straight double-figure scoring games, averaging about 11.5 points and shooting almost 60% from the field.
I've liked him since his days at Maryland in college, but then with the Pacers, you know, it came down between him and Isaiah Jackson, and he went with Jackson, but he's a really good basketball player.
Amir Coffey off of the handoff, pulls up, can't get the bounce.
It's a good move by Amir. Now he needs to take his time, slow down, and finish off the play. Kind of rush that jump shot after he got to the middle of the floor.
We've had 1 lead change and 1 tie here so far in the second quarter. There's Patrick Williams. Tough angle.
But Bobby's playing some really spirited defense here early on.
Well, you know, it would be only a matter of time, right? When Bobby finds his rhythm. Ayo thought he had something to take him. Giannis drops it off. Kuz hangs and hoops.
Great job, Kuz, just getting out in front of the basketball. Thought Giannis might have held on to it a count too long, but still, that's being able to get something good out of it.
Patrick Williams, the 4 3-point make for the Bulls. He's shooting 41% here this year.
They shoot about, what, 34, 35 threes a game, and that's without Kobe White's like 8 3-point attempts per game that he averaged last year. He hadn't played yet, so that's going to boost up that number considerably once he gets back.
Another one-and-done chance here for the Bucks. Buzelis, that change of acceleration, lays it in.
Good, solid, young player. Both parents out of Lithuania, moved to Illinois, kind of bounced around in high school because of COVID, but played for the G League Ignite and really got a good future.
Giannis, straight pass to the cup. Nine points for Giannis. 3 of 7 from the field. Shot 4 times from the free throw line too, but and the Bulls are getting all kinds of rolls.
Yeah, and that's where Giddey's good. He does a lot of spin off of contact stuff that makes it awful tough to gather and effectively contest if you're a big player like Bobby Portis.
Josh Giddey signed a big contract in the offseason extension with the Bulls. Giannis misses a 3-pointer. Ayo Dosunmu. And a foul there on the floor against Ayo, his first.
Giannis is like, I'm Moses, you're the Red Sea. Open up. And Buzelis thought about it, but made a business decision to kind of back off and not challenge him at the cup. But it's a nice job with that quick acceleration and burst by Giannis.
Giannis has got 34 dunks in the season. No surprise that leads the league. He leads the league in layups too. Leads the league in points in the paint. Just typical Giannis numbers again here this year. Miles Turner, 3-pointer. Opens up, he's 2 for 2.
And that's what Miles needs to just kind of stay in that comfort zone. Don't get caught up in trying to create off the dribble.
These Bulls are attacking, and Jalen Smith lays it in. Talk about dunks and layups, Marcus. It's interesting. The Bulls actually lead the league in total layups so far this year.
Yeah, and a big reason Josh Giddey's averaging 23. A lot of those are takes all the way to the basket. Cole has got that little floater game, that little short mid-range game working tonight.
Smith feeling confident, misses a 3-pointer. And a kickball. And the Bucks will take it out from the sideline. Jericho Sims will check in for the first time.
The Bucks have got to feel good. I mean, they haven't played their best basketball. The Bulls have been relatively sharp, and it's all tied up. You see that nice job, Cole getting right, getting to his spot, and he's really creative and adept at those finishes on the move, especially going both ways, really, left or right. 12 feet in. That's not an easy shot on the move for a guy his size in this league.
There's a lot of different rotations, more different lineups here in the first half with the Bucks. Kuzma, another 3. 6 at that time.
You're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So Kuz has got to not even think about what that percentage is. Just keep taking the ones that are open.
Got to think about it. He's 50% here tonight.
Yeah.
And Buzelis, with his first three-point make, he hasn't missed yet from the field.
Good-looking young basketball player with a tremendous future.
Anthony, the runner. Tied at 38. That's not there for Julian Phillips. Getting his first minutes for the Bulls. Size mismatch. Cole Anthony gives it up. Turner driving, lays it up with the left. And a timeout here for the Bulls as the Bucks take the advantage off of the Turner bucket.
Turner, what you mean just catch and shoot? I can put it on the floor. I can finish on the move. I can throw that left-handed soft finger.
We're back at Fiserv Forum where the Bucks lead by 2. Bucks guard Kevin Porter Jr. underwent successful surgery to repair a right meniscus injury that he suffered during return to play action. And Doc Rivers talked to us a little bit more about the latest.
You'll handle it. You have no choice. I mean, all these guys are survivors. They made it to the NBA. So it's a tough one because, you know, if you circle the guys that, like, you don't want anyone getting injured, but you have to circle, obviously, Giannis. Then the second one probably been Scoot, you know, because of what he means to us on both ends of the floor, his size, his ability to get to the paint. So, you know, right when it happened, I said it early, like, we have to weather this storm. We got 4.5 weeks, you know, and we have to try to squeeze out as many wins as we can.
The team also announced further updates will be provided as necessary. I have to say, Kevin Porter Jr., he's been in great spirits, all things considered. Every time I see him, he jokes with me, says, I just need a little ice melt, just a little ice and elevation. We'll be back in no time. But, Lisa, you said it last game, the impact he has on this team, it's only become more palpable in his absence, and the team is eagerly awaiting his return to action.
Yeah, we all are. Thank you, Mel. Josh Giddey, we are eagerly waiting for the Bulls to stop missing some of those three-pointers here in the second quarter.
I ran into KPJ earlier, and he talked about, you know, minor for majors, like a minor setback for major contributions to come. And as Doc Rivers talked about it, watch Ryan Robinson bury that beautiful three-point shot left break line. You just got to find a level of consistent play until KPJ can get back.
I love that line. I love that line that he gave you. You know, he was scheduled to come back in that Sacramento game. He was playing 5-on-5, recovering from that left ankle injury, and he was playing 5-on-5, and that's when the right meniscus injury happened.
And when you're playing 5-on-5, I mean, you're coming back like the next game. You know, you're so close. Then to have that kind of a setback.
Bucks force a turnover. Giannis finding Gary Trent Jr. above the break. This is everything, or he'll say that that's a pass to Giannis.
Hey, where's my assist? Where's my... Good job, Giannis. Heads up play, just being in the right place, tracking the basketball. That's part of the battle, just hustling down, making sure you're there, hands are up. Good job.
Yeah, great defense there by Ryan Rollins. Shutting down the driving lane and forcing a turnover, but the Bucks give it right back.
Yeah, good defense by Ayo DeSumo, too. Just back tapping Giannis in transition.
And Turner wraps up Herter midair.
Nice job, Giannis, on the fine, and GT2.
It was a perfect pass by Gary Trent Jr.
Probably got caught up in between whether I should pass it or shoot it, and changed his mind right on the release, maybe. I don't know. Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. GT2 with the grimace jumper. He's got that grimace. You ever look at his teeth when he shoots? It's like a grimace when he releases it.
The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour comes to Fiserv Forum. It's Friday, December 26th. Bring the whole family out for gravity-defying dunks and game-changing tricks. Only the Globetrotters can deliver. Get your tickets today at FiservForum.com. 100 years of thrills. Globetrotters ever ask you to join them?
Well, you know, it was named after Marcus Haynes, one of the most notable original Globetrotters from the 50s. Yeah, man, I love it. Miles is playing some inspired basketball. I mean, just the communication, the way he's talking, the activity, the aggressiveness.
That's his third three-point make.
Is it? Oh, yeah. I mean, he has really, really caught my eye in terms of his attitude and production of it. Nice.
Ryan's flowing pass. Gets his own miss, though. Never gave up on the play.
Why not just get a bucket when you can get like a rebound in a bucket? Nice job staying with it. Second bounce, finish it off.
To 6 over the Bulls, and last night the Bucks and Coles hosted a shopping experience for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee. 11 students were given a $300 Coles gift card, and they were joined by their mentors as well as Cole Anthony for the shopping trip. He said it was a great experience, fun to shop with kids who are doing a lot of good in the community. He said we went shopping for interview clothes, talked about their futures. I remember being that age. It's always great to be reminded that you're their role model. He also told us there was a young girl there who said, I've been watching you since high school. Yeah, I watched you at Oak Hill. I've got 5 older brothers. They had me watching you early. And when I made a joke to Cole about him shopping at Kohl's, he said, yeah, and I helped him pick out some Cole Haan, Lisa.
Somebody in marketing needs a raise for all that. But always good to see, you know, the Bucks have done such a good job in contributing to the community, but especially here as we're approaching the holidays, Thanksgiving and the December holidays here coming up.
And on the floor, the Bucks are doing a much better job of keeping the Bulls to one shot and done.
Miles Turner's there.
If Gary Trent could do it on the right side, AJ Sack could do it.
That's right.
On the left
the
side.
The play that works, you know, why not? Buzelis, though, silences the crowd, ends a 11-2 Bucks run. Oh, good job by Ryan to keep the dribble alive. Yeah. But they want to take a look at that spot on the floor there to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, and so if Rollins could have changed hairdos with Mark Davis, we thought we would be watching Curly Neal out here. Slip and slide right there. Get up. Check yourself out and make sure you're all right. Good job, Mark Davis. See, Curly Neal. Curly Neal used to kick the ball in the basket. Drop kick it in the basket from half court. I seen him do it.
I mean, you never got to finish your story. I know you're the namesake, but did you ever want to play with the Harlem Globetrotters?
Oh, no. I mean, by that, see, the Globetrotters used to be a legitimate basketball team. They would play in the World Championships against some of the old greats back in the day in the 30s and 40s. Some of those great teams, the original Celtics and teams like that, and they would consistently finish in the top 3 or 4. They were a legitimate crew of basketball players that used to have to, you know, kind of shuck and jive and entertain the fans just to keep people from getting angry down south by how badly they were beating their team, how badly they were beating their barnstorm teams.
AJ Green just to give it up. Here's Giannis. A little shoulder bump against Vucevic. Tries to go glass.
That's my point. So by that time, the Globetrotters weren't taking this seriously as a basketball unit. By the time I was coming up, it was more just kind of the entertainment value.
Entertaining. And Rollins off his leg last. It'll be Bulls basketball.
I mean, the Bucks have done a really good job in a couple of areas. We talked about the cutting down on the Bulls' second chance opportunities on offensive rebounds, but also making the Bulls play in half court. They're a much different team. They don't have that guy that can just break you down off the dribble and get to the basket with impunity.
Here's a half-court chance here for the Bulls, and Herter moves it short. AJ Green with the rebound. That's been the key. Was 4 offensive rebounds, and they've been stuck on 4 for a while. The Bulls have.
They slow them down, limit them to one shot.
Gary Trent Jr. trying to shut off the defender and Herter. Inside 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Kitty gets it. 12 points in the first half.
Yeah, he's really improved that aspect of his game, over 40% for this season. And what a season it has been for Josh Giddey. 23 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists.
Giannis had bad intentions on that.
Oh, he did indeed. I thought he may have taken off too soon and then lost the grip on the basketball after he elevated.
season, the Giannis screen. The ball finds AJ once again. Got 60 seconds here to play. And Gary Trent Jr. nowhere to go. Trey Jones, Herter. Gets smothered in the lane. And a foul call.
Yeah, and what was wonderful about that play is that it looked like the Bulls had a sure transition bucket. Somebody was going to score, get fouled, and Ryan Rollins would not give up on the play, able to get in there and tie up and rip it away from Herter. Herter got a call for the foul, right?
He did get called for the foul.
Just all the wrestling going on down there.
It was two number 13s going at it. Ryan Rollins and Kevin Herter.
It's a good job. You just never know when you don't quit. You just don't know what's going to happen. So you just can't have a mindset of conceding anything out on the floor.
Giannis patiently dribbling, reading the defense, pulls up mid-range, knocks it down. 13 points for Giannis, 13 points for Miles Turner. Two leading scorers here for the Bucks.
Again, Bulls in half-court offense. With an emphasis on Josh Giddey coming off those screens.
Williams dancing through the lane. Ryan Rollins with some time to use. 8 seconds on the quarter clock. Gets it knocked away.
Let's see that. We saw that same situation in Toronto.
Giddey stepped to a move.
And Kyle Kuzma shot the ball too soon as the quarter of the half is coming to an end.
Giannis half-court heave. Off the glass, not there. Gave it a chance, though. Coming up at the half, powered by UW Credit Union. Highlights and stats and assistant coach interview with Pete Dominguez. First time hearing from Coach Dominguez in the regular season. It is halftime here between the Bucks and the Bulls, and the first meeting between these two rivals and the first Emirates NBA Cup game for these Milwaukee Bucks, looking to defend their Cup title. 53-52, your halftime score.
Our halftime coaches interview is brought to you by Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin. I am standing here with Bucks assistant coach Pete Dominguez. Coach, Miles Turner, he is really amping this team up on both ends. Can you tell me what you're seeing from him? What's going to help continue to get you guys going?
Yeah, obviously really talented player on both sides of the ball, but more than anything, his communication piece, giving guys confidence on the ball with his talk behind it, really helps us defensively, and then offensively, he's just so savvy, both in the pick and roll and when he's spacing. He knows where to be, and we're lucky to have him.
So far this season, the Bucks are the best third-quarter team in the NBA. What do you have for them coming up in this third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, Chicago's not too bad either. We made some adjustments in there. I think we'll be a little bit more organized on offense, and defense will carry some of the momentum we had from the first half into the second, and I'm confident we'll have a good result.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
The Bulls in the first quarter outscored the Bucks by 2, and the Bucks got them in the second quarter. Toyota leading scorers. Miles Turner, Giannis, both with 13 points, and Buzelis and Giddey combining for 27 points. You got the rest of the team, Marcus, for the Bulls, combining for 25 points beyond those two.
Well, after that first quarter when the Bulls were able to get out in transition, and they did a great job of that, their points plus per possession, points they added were like 10. That's outstanding. That second quarter became a half-court game, and the Bulls 75 points per play, which is like the 5th percentile, which is horrible. And that gives you an idea of just how you have to play this team. Slow them down, make them have to look at your set defense.
It's the handoff between Giannis and AJ. Giddey had a good second quarter, 10 points in that quarter. Turner, who we've talked about, had 10 points in the second quarter. Trey Jones driving. He saw an opening all the way.
The first thing they do, they get it and they go. And they have Buzelis spotted up. Bucks' initial transition defense good, but then overcommitment leads to a driving lane, and tough shot, tough finish by Trey Jones.
Giannis going 1-on-2, rims out.
It's about the 5th really good look that Giannis has had in the paint that he's not been able to knock down.
This Bulls team will give up some points in the paint.
Yes, they will.
And it's their weakness, and it's Giannis's strength. It'll be interesting to see how that storyline kind of turns about here in the second half, and a foul on the block attempt by Turner. Miles has his third.
Give up a lot of points in the paint. They will also D you up and lock you down at the three-point line. And they believe this pace, this torrid pace that they play at, is one of the reasons. They wear your legs down.
The numbers that matter, brought to you by Habish and Rotier. This is the matchup. It's the weakness for the Bulls and the strength for Giannis. You see, almost. I mean, it's the lower third. 26 out of 30 teams is where they sit in terms of giving up points in the paint.
And they have limited Giannis's paint opportunities. When he's got in there, he's been pretty effective outside of those bunnies that he's missed.
Almost had him.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of those, you know, just passes over the top, just thrown a little short. Those are blowing opportunities, though he was wide open. Got to lead him better, get it up higher, let him go get the basketball and catch and dunk.
Got a core defending. Remember, he's got 3 personals. Defending Giannis, picked up 2 early ones in the first quarter. AJ was looking for that pocket pass for Turner, and now the Bulls are off and running. And the tip in for Trey Jones.
And the thing you don't like about that play and that play there, Trey Jones almost comes up with the tip in and the back-to-back. But the turnover here, but then the Bulls are able to beat you down the floor. And so now I talk about not assuming. The Bulls don't assume this layup is going to be made. You see 3 Bulls inside rebounding position for the easy tip in. Out hustle the Bucks on that play.
Look at the white jerseys just swarm. Giannis, doesn't matter. He'll just pirouette and spin his way away from trouble.
Psychologically, of course, doesn't want to pick up another foul. So you go at him hard and aggressive. He's going to back off at some point. May give you an initial kind of thrust to stop you from penetrating.
Buzelis finds Vooch. Knocks it in. 7 points for Nikola Vucevic. Last year he averaged 19 and 10 against the Bucks in 4 games. Giannis to Miles Turner. Good job just saving the possession there on the baseline. Giannis has got 1 mid-range. He pulls up for another off the mark.
See what the difference is in the second half for the Bulls, at least early. They're using Trey Jones to initiate in their transition game as opposed to Giddey.
Giannis off balance, gets his attempt blocked. What does that give the Bulls?
Well, now you've got Giddey as a wing attacker. I mean, he's averaging 23 points a game. He's a great finisher. And it doesn't allow the Bucks to throw that defense on the defensive lineman at Giddey to slow him down, put a couple of guys in his face at all times. Takes pressure off of him.
And Rollins cuts the lead to 1 with a 3-pointer. His second of the night. And the Bucks up to 36% from 3. Quick hands, AJ Green got it first. Here comes Giannis, has some choices, calls his own number short.
There's another one right at the rim, just short arms that. Frustrated with himself, stays down a count or 2 longer than normal.
Thanasis came all the way from the bench to help up his younger brother baseline. Giannis rejoins the action, Okoro gets blocked. Giddey with very little daylight to pull the trigger. And the Bucks with an opportunity to take the lead right back. 6 lead changes, 4 ties.
The Bulls are middle of the pack in terms of executing their half-court. The Bucks are #1 in the NBA efficiency executing half-court offense.
Bucks get it. Their first lead of the second half. And the first points for Gary Trent Jr. He was 0 for 6 before that shot.
So if you're patient, you get some ball reversal action going on, like the Bulls do so well. They're #1 in the league in terms of ball reversals. Nice job, Ryan Rollins.
Heads up play.
You know, and that's where they want to get the ball out of Giddey's hands, because Rollins has been a real issue for him. Just making things tough. Hasn't just put a blanket over him, shut him down completely, but has made him work extra hard. You know that's got to catch up with him in that 4th quarter.
He's #2 in deflections per game, and you can see that was a heads-up play, not just a deflection, but a heads-up play to get the possession right back for the Bucks.
Yep, deflected and deflected again off the body of Giddey.
Gary Trent comes to get it, gives it back to Miles Turner inside the lane. Giannis with the offensive rebound, and put back with authority. Count the bucket. the 9th offensive rebound for the Bucks here tonight.
And the chagrin of Kevin Huerter, he thinks Giannis just cleared him out with the basketball, which he probably did. Right there, Giannis strong with the ball. Watch this clear out. Just take Patrick Williams out of the play. It's legal because it's a step through. It's a natural basketball move, despite what Nikola Vucevic is trying to say to the officials about the twirling fingers, traveling violation. There's not an answer. Very few teams have an answer for Giannis, but especially with this Bulls team, it's the Goldilocks principle. Oh, boy.
Huerter.
Boy, oh, boy. Doc Rivers, that timeout expressly to express some frustration at his team's lax transition defense.
The I-94 rivalry here in Milwaukee. And the Emirates NBA Cup opener for the Bucks as they lead by 2. And coming out of this timeout, the Bucks looking to protect a 2-point edge. Giannis, you know, he shot it 18 times, 7 buckets, but it has been a tough go of it here tonight.
Well, give the Bulls a lot of credit. I mean, they're not allowing those easy passes over the top. They're showing him a wall in transition. When he does bust through, they're still playing him aggressively, swiping at the basketball. Watch this block from behind there. You know, not giving up on the play. And I think it's thrown him just a little bit out of rhythm in terms of finishing. Now, what he's got to do, you know, you can't mess around here. No foo-foo flip layup attempts. You got to start throwing that thing down, dunking it hard with authority, dunking it through people.
Well, the Bulls are doing to him right now, he's shooting 39% from the field. They have a double team there. It is unusual for Giannis to shoot below 50% from the field. In a regular season game, that hasn't happened since last March 18th against Golden State. And a reach-in foul.
And that whistle.
Mark Davis said, yeah, you came down on some hand.
Yeah, that bailed out the Bucks once again. I mean, the Bulls are really good in their defense of forcing you into a late shot clock situation. A little bit of a trip from behind there. Oh, yeah, that's an obvious rake by Josh Giddey.
Gary Trent Jr. with a lay-in. So far, the Bucks are going toe-to-toe with the Bulls. So we heard, you know, Tom Green at halftime talk about how good the Bulls are here in the third quarter this year. And the Bucks outscoring the Bulls right now 12-9 here in the third. Push shot for Vucevic, rims out. Giannis forced to give it up. Miles Turner pours it in, and he's got 4 3-pointers here tonight.
Keep it going, big fella. I mean, that's a great job from Miles. He's an excellent corner 3-point shooter. Has not shot it well so far this season until tonight.
10 turnovers here for the Bulls. Giannis crossover finish. The lefty leg. Yeah, body bucket in one.
Well, you know, with Giannis, a couple of things are going to happen. Relentlessness in terms of continuing to attack. And always a quick conversation with the basket support. The NASA's enthusiastically egging the young brother on.
Extending the lead out, largest lead of the game. Giannis can feel it here tonight. Hey, Bucks fans, if you ever miss a live game, you can catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. As soon as the final whistle blows, you can watch every highlight, every big moment, your choice of a 5, 10, or 15-minute condensed game. Download the FanDuel Sports Network app here today. Well, the Bucks have extended this lead out. There's a Giannis free throw here coming. It's a +9 advantage. And some key buckets by both Miles Turner and Giannis.
Yeah, just a great find by Giannis. He sees the Bulls are loading up on him. Vucevic a foot in the paint. Turner buries it, and then Giannis, nice job with the quick cross and the blow by and the strong finish. And that's Giannis trying to psych himself up. That interaction with the basket support. He knows he's not playing, you know, his Giannis level of exquisite basketball just in terms of efficiency.
Some of my favorite Giannis interactions are with inanimate objects, like the basketball and the basket stanchion. To get himself fired up. 16-2 run. Giddey misses the shot coming out of this timeout. It's Patrick Williams, Buzelis, and Vucevic. And there's Giannis. Oh, he's so quick. Quick to the cup.
Just a little bit of miscommunication on the part of the Bulls bigs, and that's all Giannis needs.
and someone forgot about Herter. After a driving Buzelis finds him.
Doc going to put it in Giannis's hands and allow him to initiate and run some two-man game with A.J. Green.
Giannis from the elbow area misses the shot. Now he is 9 of 21. Herter doing a good job avoiding Turner.
The cuts, I mean, cut from the baseline for the uncontested dunk. That time just slinked behind the Bucks transition defense.
Well, a couple of those baskets forced Doc Rivers now to call a timeout to chat about plays like this. So they're perfect 8-0 coming into tonight. And they will try to defend last year's title. They are in East Group C alongside Charlotte and Chicago, Miami, and New York. And you see a 12-1 overall record on the one loss to the Indiana Pacers in the semifinals a couple of years ago. And they beat OKC in the championship. It's interesting that, you know, Doc Rivers had cited that that championship loss was what OKC said was part of what changed their season. Got a little bit more focused after that game. Obviously, talent, too, helps a little bit.
Well, they understood they had to be a lot more physical than what they displayed.
Miles Turner gets smothered with Patrick Williams in front of him. And you got Buzelis behind him.
Matas Buzelis. Now, this is the Bulls team that was down with 24 at halftime, or in the second half, their last time out. They came back and won against the Sixers. And as long as the Bucks keep taking those difficult runners, long twos, on the move, contested. And this guy here, got to watch him. He's been quiet so far.
That looked like the 48% three-point Nikola Vucevic for this year.
3 for 9 going into that shot. You know, he's averaging almost 20 points a game, 20 and 12. 19 plus and 12 for the season, so you know he's got it in him.
The Bulls answering with a 7-0 run of their own. Cole Anthony.
Not crazy about that. Not crazy about that shot, and then Miles overruns Patrick Williams in his pursuit of the basketball.
That is foul number 4 on Miles.
But in your half court, keep the basketball moving. Don't. And it's not really hero ball, trying to be a hero, but it's just going too early in the shot clock. Move it around, get it going side to side. Doc Rivers is telling his team. That was Greg Buckner talking about defense, but Doc, I know he would want this team to make the Bulls have to play some half-court defense for longer possessions than that.
These are the non-Giannis and now the non-Miles Turner minutes. The Bucks got to try to win. Vucevic off the glass.
Too easy. That was a switch by GT2. He thought there was going to be a scramble switch and he could pass him off to a big, but no big was there. Nice.
Goes to Gary Trent Jr. Sets his feet. Not there.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Nice ball movement, inside-out basketball. That's a good, high-quality three-point look for Gary Trent Jr.
Driving past everyone. Cole Anthony lifts it off. PP with a finish. That ends a 9-0 Bulls run. Giddey, who's been scoreless, still scoreless. Kuz gets him from behind. Scoreless in this half. Ryan Mullins and Kuz with the cleanup job. So Kuz from end to end.
And you see what happens when you push the pace against this Bulls team. You catch them out of sorts in terms of blockout assignments on missed shots. You're staying aggressive and able to clean up the play at your offensive end.
Marcus, it's interesting. Giddey and Buzelis both have not scored here in this quarter, but Giddey gets fouled on the shot, so an opportunity here. But the Bucks were off and running.
Bucks big Bobby Chugga-lugging down the middle. No one accounts for him. And then this is just a great job by Kuz at 6'10" and long. And then Kuz not assuming anything. Nobody's boxing him out. Get out in transition. You can get some easy ones.
With no points in the third quarter. And still no points in the third.
He's been good at a very young age, drafted at 19 by Oklahoma City. Down in Australia, he and Ben Simmons were the youngest players to play for their national team, the Boomers, at 17 years old. And those dudes are some men. I played against them years ago.
I think that trade with Giddey and Alex Caruso has really helped both teams.
It has.
The obvious with OKC in the championship last year, and Giddey leading the charge as kind of option number A this year for the Bulls as Cole Anthony gets the bounce.
Well, you know, it's tough to have Shea and Giddey on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
Two ball dominant point guards. Like Jalen Smith almost double dribbled that.
Giddey whips the pass over to Ayo Dosunmu. And a touch foul there on Sims. Jericho Sims getting kind of some spot duty minutes here tonight. It's his first personal.
So now, you know, no Taurean Prince available. So this is normally when Taurean would be on the floor. So we're not going to roll with Jericho to give you shot blocking presence, rebounding inside at both ends of the floor.
Taurean Prince out with a neck strain injury. Doc Rivers didn't really give a timeline to his return here tonight. Buzelis pulls. Kuz with the rebound. BP turns and faces, goes right at shoulder to shoulder Jalen Smith.
And that's the post-ups that you want for Bobby, early and in the paint.
And Buzelis making his way into the lane, drawing the foul against Cole Anthony.
He took a smack from somebody, and Cole trying to reach for the basketball.
Two shots here for Buzelis. The first. Time for a quick word from Tri-City National Bank.
A home equity line for renovation cash. Goodbye, ugly tile. Hello, backsplash. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
You see Giannis on the bench as the Bulls keep pursuing. We've seen this rotation right from Doc. He's going to wonder if Giannis was going to stay there, but now he's making his way towards the scorer's table along with AJ Green.
This is a different approach for Doc these last couple of games. Nice job.
Kuz a dime to PP.
Spinning and winning. Kuz control. Nice job just to keep his composure coming out of that spin and find Bobby wide open.
And a reach-in foul.
All this inertia going on, man. How do you even see him? There's a spin and then a quick find, and nice job presenting himself by Bobby Portis, sealing off Patrick Williams, getting inside of him.
Portis commits the foul. Trey Jones at the free throw line. It'll be Giannis and AJ Green subbing in for the final 140 here of the third quarter. It's interesting to see how lineups and rotations evolve and change here throughout the season.
Well, Doc has been playing the starters a lot together, the bench a lot together, and the bench has not been effective in that role. So now you're trying to intersperse a couple of guys, AJ and Giannis, with some of these bench guys and see what the results are.
This bench for Milwaukee, the second worst defensive rating. That's what jumps out at you. Cole Anthony jumps out at you too with the runner.
But I like this unit on the floor now with Giannis and Bobby kind of alternating at that 5 position.
I see the Bucks bench offensive rating as well. Giannis with the post up. Jalen Smith off the 1 foot, squeezes out. Jones penetrates, takes the contact. It'll be a blocking foul against AJ.
That's a good, tough move by Trey Jones, just attacking the body of AJ Green, who didn't have a an opportunity just to get out of the way. He's not in a legal guarding position. He's in a restricted area. You recognize that as an offensive player, and any kind of contact will get you to the free throw line.
Here's the development of AJ. I bet you he constantly, he's never shied away from trying to draw that charge. And he's going to learn, and he's going to get there, and he's going to time it, because that's what AJ Green does. Student Rush presented by Ticketmaster. Discounted tickets, food, and beverage offers. Go to bucks.com/studentrush. That's the beauty, right, of AJ Green, that he just finds a craft and drills it and works on it and will get better at it.
Yeah, and the thing with AJ, he's got to stay on the floor. I mean, just nice job, Cole, on the pull-up. All right, Bucks have answered the call. You know, they've maintained this nice little 8-point cushion here as we wind down the third quarter.
Oh, sneaking through, yes! No, not tonight!
Great opportunity to finish off that third with a bucket at the other end, and Ayo Dosunmu does a nice job just kind of lurking in the cut to come up with the steal.
Buzelis, not a lot of real estate there in the corner. It's the corner three-pointer. Cole Anthony. All right, down the stretch we come to the final 12 minutes between the Bulls and the Bucks. Coming up, it's the fourth quarter, brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. Bucks looking to pull it out against their rival. Coming off back-to-back triple-doubles, Josh Giddey with a double-double, 15 points, 11 assists, triple-double still in sight with the 4 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo, maybe another 30-10-5 game. He's got 154 in his career. You see the scoring by quarter. The Bucks have gotten the Bulls, and we saw how good they are in the third quarter. The Bucks outscore the Bulls in that third. Mel, the Bucks trying to close things out here tonight.
I mean, to say the least, Lisa, Doc Rivers telling his team, we've got to get up and stop the ball. But this pace is good. Let's keep this pace going.
So they come out in a zone defense that first possession just to throw the rhythm of the Bulls off just enough to force them into a tough corner contested 3.
And it's Giannis starting the fourth quarter, finding AJ Green. And AJ's got 2 3-point makes.
Swallow that whistle, Natalie Sago. Smith trying to draw a foul, exaggerating the contact. Natalie not buying it.
The runner falls for Ayo.
This guy's been good this year. God, he's 16 a game coming off the bench. Talk about just some positive production from your bench player. Not who starts, it's who finishes. You see who's in to start this fourth quarter. Dosunmu.
Giannis, another and one. Give it to him.
Giannis with a little deceleration of his own. Long 1-2. Stop on the dime after he elevates outside the restricted area to let that defense get out of position. A lot of reaching and tugging and grabbing going on.
Five of 7 from the free throw line with Vucevic watching from the bench. Jumbo lineup. Lupi, Giannis, and Kuz.
Zone defense, which has been really good to the Bucks this season.
Trying to drive on Giannis high off the glass. Wow, what an offensive rebound by Jalen Smith.
He's long, he's athletic. You got to account for him and put a body on him early.
Kuz on the move, draws a foul.
Watch Jalen Smith work his way to the opposite side of the board. Then get blocked out and makes the Bucks pay.
42% free throw shooter this year for Coos. Time for a quick word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
Here at Potawatomi Sportsbook, we work as a team. We celebrate every play, and we make the tough calls. Go with the cheese curds. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Your sport, our stadium.
He's with 9 points. Was good in the last couple games on the road against Indiana. Toronto led the bench in scoring. 4 straight double-figure scoring games. He's one off of doing that here tonight. Off the glass for Okoro.
Just working the short corner. You can't get so in tune to ball watching that you lose sight of that man behind you.
Nice. First points for Okoro. Rims out for Giannis, but he cleans up his own miss.
Cleaning up his own miss is right. I mean, great job just staying with the play. He was out of bounds, came back in, got a piece of the basketball enough to tip it in.
Okoro now back-to-back buckets.
And this is, you know, a great job by the Bulls staff. They know the Bucks like to go to this 2-3 zone. That's the area that they want to attack.
Giannis in and out from 3. And quick to the bucket. Okoro had no points, and now he's got the last 3 buckets.
And that was just a contest at Giannis's 3-point shot at the left break line and keep going. Somebody's got to recognize and bust back defensively.
Bulls just hanging around. Good pass there to Giannis. And draws another foul on Okoro.
I think Okoro, 3 straight buckets, and watch this contest. Freeze right there. Freeze it right there. I mean, just nobody. You got 2 defenders going back. I mean, I'm not sure who they are picking up as Okoro just sprints down that right side of the floor. They're guarding guys on the opposite side that are not threats. You got to pick up the first threat closest to the basket and give Okoro credit. He read the play and kind of broke late.
He almost misses the first. He's flirting with his first triple-double of the season. 27 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, a couple of steals and a couple of blocks.
But right now, as of now, with 9:08 left in this 4th quarter, the Bulls are the team that's playing with more energy. And a lot of it's Isaac Okoro and his late cuts on the baseline and what he has been able to do the last 3 possessions. But that's communication, that's connection defensively. And Okoro's going to continue to work that short corner.
Driving and scoring. Dosunmu off the bench with 7 points. Giannis dribbling into a shot, and the reverse falls with a lefty finish. 30 points for Giannis. For the 6th time this season, a 30-point game, rattling it around. Every bucket, the Bulls seem to have an answer.
Yeah, Patrick Williams, nobody accounts for him in a semi-transition situation.
Giannis the baseline attack. Here's BP. Gets fouled on the pass.
And that's a break for the Bucks because you can see down court there are no Bucks back. If that whistle had not have been blown, that's another breakaway layup or dunk for the Bulls. But Bobby on this pass attempt out gets a bump. Very last
reach
moment.
In there by Jalen Smith for a second.
Yeah. So now Giannis, it's interesting. It comes back into the 3rd, into the 4th. Now Doc going to try and give him a quick blow here as we approach coming near the middle of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's interesting too, Marcus, that with that foul, the Bucks will be in the bonus with the next foul. We got 8 minutes left here in the 4th. And no team fouls for the Bucks here in the 4th quarter. Getting off the fingertips there of Smith. It'll be Bucks basketball.
I mean, normally Doc has been sitting Giannis after he takes him on the 3rd and putting him back in around the 7-8 minute mark of the 4th quarter to finish up strong.
What's your guess here? To put Giannis back in.
You can't, you can't keep him out too long. I mean, you don't want to play him longer than 34, 35 minutes. You can keep him around 32, but this is one of these situations where you may have to increase that by 2 or 3 minutes.
He's at the 30-minute mark right now. Spins out for Cole Anthony. Miles Turner pursuing. It's the third on Smith. As we talked about, the Bucks in the bonus with 7:34.
Well, I like the fact that Miles Turner's back on the floor. He's played well enough to earn a chance to be with the closing group here. We're still a long way from that happening right now, but just being out there in these meaningful minutes here in the fourth quarter, and maybe his length stops some of that.
Yeah, and this is the longest that we've seen with the variations of this jumbo lineup.
Yeah.
Bobby and Miles and Kuz, and sometimes Giannis is in there.
Well, Kuz, as we're seeing now against Josh Giddey.
Miles Turner with that free throw, 17 points. That's a Bucks high for him. Also got it against Golden State. Out and running. Here's Kuz. Looks it off. A.J. Green for three. Short.
Give me that.
Cole Anthony from behind. No one saw him coming. Kick ball. Like a little gnat.
Chase him down from behind. I'm got my sights on the ball. Nice job, Cole Anthony. Another possession for the Bucks. 4-point ball game.
All these tired nights turn to diamond rings.
Right.
I done made it higher than the highest tree. I acquire heights where you die to breathe. Put up on your necks and this gas pedal. For the foreign out of here in hyperspeed.
The Bucks and the Bulls, always passionate, always entertaining. And the score by quarter right now, the Bulls outscoring the Bucks here in the fourth, 15-14. Marcus Johnson, Lisa Byington, Melanie Ricks with you. The Emirates NBA Cup opener for the Bucks. The Bulls have already beaten the Knicks in their group play. They come into tonight 1-0. Giannis spinning out of trouble for his 7th dunk of the night.
You need to make sure and go back to that matchup as often as possible here in the fourth quarter. Giannis gets Matas Buzelis.
So Giannis back in. Just under 7 minutes left to play. He's already played 30 minutes and counting. Just picked up his 15th rebound.
And that's the value of having played in just 32 minutes a game here at the early part of the season. He should be okay for an additional added workload tonight.
Oh, Giannis almost got it. Just a little bit too late.
That's a good call. Got that thing. It was almost over the rim. A good idea on his part with the help. Yeah. Didn't look quite as obvious on that angle on the replay.
Start with this taller lineup with Kuz and Giannis. Miles Turner, Ryan Rollins, A.J. Green out of this timeout. A.J. feeding Ryan Rollins. Oh, killer shots. Ryan Rollins, 15 points.
So you're rebounding, giving up second shots. And it shouldn't be an issue with this jumbo lineup on the floor for the Bucks now.
Buzelis with the finish, right up and over the arms of Turner. Giannis sitting on the 7 assists.
Like whatever team can go in a spurt these last 5 minutes.
They'll give him that open three-pointer. Giannis will make that this year. An incredible percentage. And his 7th three-point make of the season. He hasn't taken many, but the ones he has taken, he's making them. And Giannis stone cold from distance.
99 looking to remain undefeated in NBA Cup group play. Giannis Antetokounmpo has himself on triple-double watch. 35, 15, and 7 for Milwaukee's greatest showman right now. Coming up on Bucks Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll talk about Giannis, who, all of a sudden is shooting 54% from three-point land. Miles Turner up to a season high right now in points with 17. We'll hear from Doc Rivers as well. New member of the crew as Coach Tom Crean going to break it all down with me coming up on Bucks Live. Lisa Marcus, take us home.
All right, yeah, welcome Coach Crean to the FanDuel Sports Network team. Good to see him back in Milwaukee. 107 to 99. You heard Steven talk about Giannis's numbers. 35, 15, and 7. If he plays the entire way, it'll be the second most minutes that he's played here this season. 37 minutes and 17 seconds. Giannis with the challenge. On the Okoro, 3 balls loose. Cruz passes on it. Gets it to Turner.
Great hustle by Kuz doing the intangibles.
Ryan Rollins, payoff, Giannis! Holy Giannis, throw it down!
What a magnificent play by Ryan Rollins to look off as he curled around that Giannis screen.
That was like Chris Middleton-esque alley-oop-ish kind of pass.
He fooled me on the play. I had no idea he saw Giannis open on the roll. The Bulls had no idea he saw Giannis open on the roll.
Largest lead is 12. Bucks have built this 10-point advantage. Giannis hands off to Ryan Rollins. Could he do it again? Turner takes it away. Miles Turner crossover. Miles Turner with the finish. Killer crossover. MT going to work.
Amazing maneuverability for a man his size. Quick cross right to left. Finds a kiss off the glass and so much contact inside. You gotta blow the whistle. You see Boots slap him across the arm, and man, he's letting out a whole lot of frustration right there. He knows he's got more to contribute to this team and their success at the offensive end, and tonight it has come to the forefront.
He's got a new season high for points. And now he's got his first 20-point game as a Milwaukee Buck.
Get that dub.
Bucks on an 8-0 run here in the final few minutes to try and close it out against the Bulls. The Bucks have never lost in group play action in the last couple of years in the NBA Cup. Vucevic with the turnaround.
Boots on the loose inside, and he's just tough down in the post. He's got the little left shoulder jump hook. It's just impossible to defend. Yeah, it's impossible to defend.
The Bulls outscoring the Bucks in the paint this quarter. You see it, an 18-12 advantage. Giannis thought about giving it to AJ. Kuz going up top. They see something there. Ryan Rollins, corner make! Plays Pete the buzzer and wins.
That's offense. Oh no, Natalie, that's offense. Mark Davis had a better look at that. Doc Rivers is livid again, taking a look at his bench. This may be challenge worthy here.
It's like the slow motion challenge.
This is challenge worthy. You can't have better legal guarding defensive position than that.
The big swooping slow motion here from Doc Rivers. Let's challenge this. It's our first coach's challenge.
Milwaukee has called a timeout to initiate the coach's challenge on the blocking foul. Assess them.
All right, tonight's Sprite Coaches Challenge.
This is actually Kyle Kuzma. I mean, the officials have some leeway to uphold it, but anytime you absorb that contact in the middle of the chest like that, oftentimes that's a trigger that you've got really good defensive legal guarding position on that offensive player.
And that'll be the question, right?
Yeah, legal guarding position.
If they see Kuz in that legal guarding position.
You don't have to be stationary. You don't have to have your foot set and still. I mean, if you've got legal guarding position, if you're sliding with an offensive player with the basketball and he barrels into you like that, it's an offensive foul. And especially if he hits you square in the chest, as Giddey does on that play. I mean, I don't know how you could guard that any better if you're Kyle Kuzma. And that's Giddey's thing. I mean, he's so good at using his body, his strong upper body to try and create some separation.
Upon review, it has been determined that the defender did not establish a legal guarding position in the path of the dribbler. Therefore, the calling of the blocking foul stands as called. This is an unsuccessful challenge. Milwaukee will be charged with their timeout. They have no additional timeouts. And the game and shot clock are correct.
Yeah, Mark Davis looked like he didn't believe that himself. And he's like, what they tell me from Secaucus? So it's a no legal guarding position. That right foot, I mean, still moving. But again, if you're guarding the basketball, it's not like you're coming over from the weak side, taking a charge. He's telling him, young Mike, I'll go to wait with this one, Mike. Good day, Mike.
All right, two timeout left for both of these teams as Vooch gets the bucket. And 16 points.
Well, they've seen something with Vooch on the roll. That's a second consecutive possession where they've been able to find him for something good down in the restricted area.
Still plenty of time here. 115 to 103. Just inside 3 minutes. Doc has gone with this lineup. Giannis pump fake.
Gotta take it.
Turner does take it. Can't get it that time.
Looked like he thought about trying to make one more pass.
Herder in or out. That's a key defensive rebound.
Key miss from Herder, shooting just 31% from the three-point line coming in. Very un-Herder-like shooting for him this season.
Giannis dribbles right into his shot. Get the bounce. Kuz trying to keep it alive. He pulls basketball. Check out this pass.
Yeah, I mean, great conversion by the defense, but Giannis falling out of bounds, almost in a prone position on his back.
He had a similar pass last year in the Sacramento game. In like the final minute in Sacramento, he found Gary Trent Jr. like eyes in the back of his head, falling down. AJ won't pull the three-point trigger. Giannis lays it in. Soft finish. He's got 39 points.
But a great job by AJ being aggressive. They chase him off the three-point line. He's able to create something for Giannis. Too easy at the other end. I mean, there's still some work to be done. You've got a nice lead here. 1:30 left. No way in the world you should come out of here without a victory. But
Giannis gets wrapped up by Vooch. And he's got a chance for a 40-point game at the free throw line. This is the opening night of the Emirates NBA Cup for the Milwaukee Bucks. A week from today, they'll take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then that Thanksgiving week, they are at Miami and at New York. And then once group play is complete, just as a refresher, since it's been a year, you know, the winners of each group will advance to the quarterfinals, and that is single elimination. And then there's 2 wild cards, which are basically the second place finishers, one for each conference.
And again, this means something to these players, especially after you tasted the championship last year in Las Vegas. And you've been to Las Vegas with the last couple of years in a row. Losing to the Pacers in the semis a couple of years ago.
Giannis has tied his season high of 40, now has a new season high, 41 points. He had 40 against Cleveland.
Yeah, hard fought 41, now he's up right at 50% from the field too.
The percentages were going to tell you that it was probably a good chance that might happen. Giannis would figure it out. He always seems to do that. 16 of 32 from the field. Kuzma picks up his second.
He was 7 for 18 at 1 point. Has gone 9 for 14 since that stretch of struggle.
I saw you writing that down. That was good UCLA math. on your notes.
Some good ciphering going on. Naught times naught equal naught. And this has been, you know, a hard-fought 40-piece plus for Giannis tonight.
Yeah, it certainly has. Loose ball. Rollins gives it out to Giannis. And another kind of magic moment here at 5-serve. Inside a minute. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Crowd rising to its feet. AJ Green for 3. In and out.
AJ, where's your sense of drama, man? Come on.
So close. AJ is just 1 3-pointer off of getting his 3rd tonight. If he could do that, it would be the most games in a row with 3 or more threes.
That's what I'm saying. Come on. Who's that? Dame Lillard?
All the great shooters that have come through the franchise. It's never happened. 9 straight games with 3 or more 3-pointers.
Dame had 8. AJ could have broken that tonight, but I don't know if he's going to get another opportunity. That was right there for him.
Set up.
Yep. But Bucks have taken care of business in a situation where, you know, I had some concern. It was a 5-point game back and forth for so long. I didn't know if they'd be able to pull away from a Bulls team that has shown a lot of grit, a lot of toughness. 6-1 coming into this game.
The next meeting for the Bulls will be on December 27th, and then a February 3rd meeting in Milwaukee, and then they'll wrap things up with this 4-game series on March 1st. Interesting, last year, all 4 games were played before New Year's Eve. And these 4 meetings are spread out a little bit. And Rollins now with a 20-point game. And gets the block. He tracked all the way back. Miles Turner shovel pass. Kuz with the tip. And Kyle Kuzma with another double-figure scoring game. Make it 5 straight. Giannis to Miles Turner. Pouring in another. Turner with 23 points tonight. A new Bucks season high for him.
They were going for this all the way. Like Miles is spotting up and got the antlers working. Feeling good about his performance tonight, and well, he should. A great first half and able to sustain it late in the game.
That was the 9th assist for Giannis to go with his 41 points, 15 rebounds, 16 of 32 from the field. The defending NBA Cup champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, start out this year 1-0 in the Emirates NBA Cup. 126-110 the final, picking up the Deer Dub against the rival, the Chicago Bulls tonight.
Great win, great win against a team that's playing as well as anybody in terms of their record and what they've been able to accomplish against some quality opponents. They've beaten the Knicks, they've beaten Orlando, they've beaten Atlanta, beaten the Sixers after being down 24. So Bucks have got to feel really good about putting this Bulls crew away the way they did down the stretch.
All right, 126-110 in the first meeting with our Bucks and Bulls showdown, the first of 4. Bucks Live is coming up next with Stephen Watson and Tom Crean. For Marcus Johnson, I'm Lisa Bynes and Melanie Ricks on the sideline. Our producer, Dan Keener, director, John Walsh, and our wonderful home team here in Milwaukee of the FanDuel Sports Network crew. Bucks Live is next.
Bucks wanted music. вернулась, воротилась.